Thank you for joining us today on the Higher Learning Network. I'm your host, and as usual, we always have something or someone here to enlighten you. And today, my guest is Nancy Sale and Jason Barlow, and they are from Here Comes the Sun, Chicago, celebrating cancer survivorship while creating cancer awareness. Now, we all know someone who has cancer or is having a cancer challenge, a relative or someone. Tell us, how did you come about the name Here Comes the Sun?
Interestingly enough, my husband was diagnosed with cancer in 2007. And in order to spur him to fight the cancer even more, I came up with this notion after looking at the National Cancer Survivors Day event. And I couldn't meet the requirements in a timely fashion, so I thought I'd do my own. And I came up with Here Comes the Sun because I like the Beatles and he loves the sun.
Oh,
Hence,
wow.
Here Comes the Sun.
Okay, Here
And,
Comes the Sun.
So we're trying to make it into the word Beatles. A Beatle fest with a purpose.
A Beatle fest with a purpose.
right.
Okay, kind
And,
of like party with a purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
But with a more profound purpose.
Okay,
Yeah.
profound purpose. I like that. And Jason, what role do you play?
I'm the president of the board.
Okay.
So Here Comes the Sun is a 501c3 nonprofit. So we have a board, and we help, facilitate Nancy's vision.
Okay, how did you two meet?
There's on the backs of our shirt. There's something called BBR, Business by Referral. There's a Chicago networking group that we're both part of, and we met there.
Okay,
And she invited me to join the board.
business by referral. Is that anything like iTex?
It's more like
Networking.
BNC.
Okay.
The tip, more like the tip maybe, the tip networking group.
Oh, okay. I've
do
not
that.
heard of them.
Oh, okay. So there are organizations where people from different professions, real estate attorneys or real estate agents or
Salespeople.
accountants or graphic artists, different trades go there and they refer business to people as they network in their profession.
Okay.
So it's a referral service.
Okay.
But in addition, my interest, I have a PhD in cancer research. So I have a background in the topic, and that's part of why I got involved with Nancy and Here Comes the Sun.
Okay.
And so, as she'd mentioned, Here Comes the Sun is a George Harrison song.
Okay.
And
George Harrison died of the same type of cancer that my husband had.
Oh.
The cancer started in the throat, metastasized to the lungs, and went to the brain.
Oh.
And unfortunately, there was nothing we could do to fight it. It was advanced third stage when it was detected. And that's why we came up with the YCC, or your cancer card.
Your cancer card. I thought that was clever.
But
Courtesy of Here Comes the Sun, a 501c3 celebrating cancer survivorship while creating cancer awareness.
And my husband was too brilliant of a man to have died of a cancer. And we had all the warning signs, but we ignored them. Or else
What were those warning signs?
Well, he had throat cancer. And so there was little tiny drops of blood that appeared on the pillowcase in the morning when he woke up. He had also COPD. So we
Okay.
thought that was the COPD acting up. He had a persistent sore throat, which we kept on treating with over-the-counter drugs, which just temporarily masked the symptoms. They didn't cure them. They only masked the symptoms. So the cancer grew more while it masked the symptoms. A cough, voice was changing, getting deeper and deeper. But we ignored the symptoms. He had COPD, and we also had over-the-counter drugs to mask the symptoms.
Wow.
Which is risky when it happens. Like, a lot of people don't realize when they say in the back of the label, if symptoms return, go see a doctor. But we didn't do that. We went and bought a stronger drug, a more potent drug, thinking that we were going to beat the.
Yeah, drugs are pretty much like a Band-Aid.
Yes.
right.
Yes.
And it really doesn't do any good, especially when you're in that stage
Right.
of the disease, of the illness. So what do you want people to know? What's the focus? Well, we know what the focus of the organization is, but how would people get involved?
So we
Here
have
Comes the
a
Sun?
couple of different goals. One that we've done several times is the Street Festival, which is a place where we gather different organizations that have an interest in cancer and mix that in with some musicians, such as a Beatles cover band, and have some celebration of people who've survived cancer and maybe want to share their story, and basically make a day of celebration and awareness and distributing your cancer card
I think that is so cute.
to people that are attending the event.
Your cancer card. I'll get a close-up of this later, but your cancer card. Celebrating cancer survivorship while creating cancer awareness. And on here, you have the different types of cancer. I like that. Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Right.
Right.
So these are the top
12
10
Oh,
most
these are the top
common.
10.
12,
Top 12, rather.
yeah. By the National
Pancreatic cancer, thyroid cancer, prostate cancer.
The National
then-
Cancer Institute has said those 12 cancers appear most frequently in the United States of America here.
Bladder cancer, breast, colon.
And then MD Anderson, the #1 cancer treatment center in the country, lists those warning signs.
Oh, really?
So
Endometrial cancer, uterine, kidney, melanoma, lung, and leukemia.
Right.
bladder,
So,
breast.
The Street Festival,
Mm-hmm.
that event costs $5,000 to put on. Thus far, we've raised $2,000.
Okay.
So we're interested in finding organizations that want to participate in the event itself, and there's
Okay.
a fee that they can join us.
Mhm.
It's free for nonprofits.
Okay.
And in addition to that, we have some other events in the future that we'd like to do, such as a Run for the Sun. And so this is, again, mixing in another event, which could also include some music and celebration with a run and awareness for cancer.
Are you runners?
I am.
Yes, I'm
Okay. How far do you run?
I've run a marathon,
Oh, wow.
but usually I run 6 or 7 miles.
Okay.
But we're thinking of like a 5K run.
So when is the next event?
Well, we're hoping to have one on September 7th,
Okay.
and this would be in Rogers Park
a pop-up,
Okay.
pop-up health fair.
in a storefront that is not currently rented.
Okay.
So it'll help promote that storefront, and we'll have the vendors inside.
Also, you'll have vendors.
Yeah.
All
Holistic
cancer
health.
related?
2 or 3 cancer support groups,
Okay.
and about 6 to 8 holistic health vendors.
Mm.
And maybe, definitely, definitely going to have this acoustical guitar player
Okay.
playing, of course,
Okay.
Beatle tunes.
Okay. What would someone who wants to get involved with the organization, what could they do, or how
Well,
would they do it?
We have regular board meetings, and so we're interested in attracting more board members and committee members, volunteers. So there's a number of different ways people can help out. The email address is
HCTS.org.
hctschicago.org.
Info at
hcts
HCTS
chicago.org.
Chicago. Okay, and we'll post that on the website as well. If do babies
Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
possible.
kids
Yes, yes.
get
Yes.
cancer
In
too?
fact, one of the vendors at our event on September 7th, her baby was born with cancer. And I think the baby lived less than a year. And then we also are trying to work with Bare Necessities. Bare Necessities will have a table at our running event. If we have a running event.
Bare Necessities is a pediatric cancer
Okay.
organization.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I never knew a baby could be born with cancer. You
Yeah,
just don't. You just don't think
That's how
about that.
far-reaching the cancer
They often
is.
get
yeah.
leukemia.
Okay. So did the mother have it?
No, not necessarily.
Mm. Wow.
And that's it.
That's
part. And hopefully, when news like this gets out, people might begin to realize how fragile we are all, and it's shocking.
Okay. Yeah, it is shocking.
I fear sometimes that we've gotten too used to cancer.
Yeah,
or
it's
else
so
maybe-
common. We've
yeah.
got cancer centers all over the place and making it, it's like a fashion statement almost. It's
Almost,
like,
right.
you got
Yeah.
cancer, I'll come on over here. We can help you out.
But
Right.
then sometimes it doesn't work out
It
that
doesn't
nice.
work out that way. Yeah.
It's not a glamorous disease at all.
No, it's
Trust me,
not.
I know.
Yeah,
I
I've
know.
I've seen it firsthand too. I
Yeah.
have several cancer, I can't even say survivors, members who had cancer and they're no longer here. So I know what it does to you.
I had another profound line once. We choose not to see. We choose not to see, maybe.
We ignore it.
It's not me. It's not me.
Right, right. Wow. Well, what would you say as a closing thought to our viewing audience who might want to get involved or just have some questions about the organization or someone in their family,
Just contact us. Contact us on our website.
which is
www.hctschicago.org.
okay, and they can't remember all that. They can just always go to Google and Google
Yeah.
you.
That's right.
Google you. Here comes the sun. All right. Well, we thank you and sincerely appreciate your coming out today, and we hope that when someone sees this, they want to get involved and make it a wonderful event for Here Comes the Sun Chicago.
Indeed.
Okay.
Today's
Thank you,
Chicago.
Zelda.
Thank
Today's
you
Chicago,
so
tomorrow the
much.
world.
Thank you so much
Very kind. Thank
for
you.
coming out, Nancy, and for
Thank you.
Jason. Good luck with the project, and we hope to see some
Maybe you
some
can
of the
be a
results.
guest. Maybe you can be a guest. Would you like to be a guest?
I can be a guest as long as I don't have to walk.
Okay.
As long as I don't have to walk, I'm recovering from surgery here, so I can't
So,
do too much of
well-
that. And if I can sit and say hi, I can do that, but not much more. Well, thank you so much for coming out, and much success to you. And Here Comes the Sun, Chicago, and hopefully maybe you can get some kind of help from Kickstarter or somebody like that. One of those
Yeah,
groups to help you
yeah,
raise
yeah.
funds.
Great.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for watching the Higher Learning Network today. I hope you've enjoyed Nancy Sales and Jason Barlow from Here Comes the Sun, Chicago, celebrating cancer survivorship while creating cancer awareness. We look forward to seeing you on our next show to bring you some more enlightening information. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to more Higher Learning. And thanks for watching. Shalom, and thank you for joining us today on the Higher Learning Network. I have a very special guest here with me today. Her name is Miss Evelyn Ross, and she is from El Palais Boucher. Hello, Miss Ross.
Hello.
Evelyn, thank you so much for showing
Thank
up
you for
today.
having me.
Tell us exactly what El Palais Boucher is.
El Palais Boucher is a banquet hall on the west side, the heart of the west side of the city of Chicago. The name was named after my mom, the late Elnora Dolores Sams. In honor of her, El is short for Elnora, Palais is palace, and Boucher is fine dining. El's place of fine dining.
Okay, wonderful. And I must say that it is fine dining. I had the honor and privilege of hosting an event that you recently, actually it was the grand opening, wasn't it?
It was the unveiling of the name, yes.
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 And I was like, right here on the west side, you do not have to go downtown anymore because this place is exquisite. I love it. I said, wow, this would be the nice place to have a party, any kind of
Absolutely.
event. And how long have you been there?
We've actually celebrated our 5th year just this past April.
5 years?
5 years, the best kept secret on the west side.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
And I am on the west side of Chicago at least 2 or 3 times a week. How did I? And I think it's next, the West Side Ministers Coalition office used to be close to there. What's the address?
The
40?
address is 4628 West Washington.
Yes, it was close to there. Reverend Flowers. Do you remember Reverend Flowers
do
from the West
remember,
Side Ministers
yes.
Coalition? Yeah, they had an
Yes.
office near there, so sometimes I would pass by and I would see, but I just didn't know
Yes.
what was on the inside.
Yes.
A treasure, a
Yes.
gem.
Yes.
So, what kind of events do you have there?
Sure, we can accommodate anything as far as from a wedding to a birthday celebration to a repast or party, any type of a party, any form of a party, we can accommodate that.
Okay. Now, not only is it a banquet hall, but it's also what's the word that I'm looking for? Help me
A
out here.
multi-complex.
That's exactly what it
Okay.
is. Yeah. So tell us how the neighbors, community can get involved in that.
Sure. The building itself was a new build, and the idea was for the community to have a fine dining facility right there in the neighborhood without going downtown. So, in this building, the rear of the building is an upscale banquet hall, and the front of the building serves as a social service agency. And so, that particular name is called NEBC, which is Neighborhood Empowerment for Better Communities. So, it's the multi complex located on Washington.
Okay. And what is it exactly that NEBC does?
Actually, one of the programs is a culinary program. It's a culinary hospitality, which overlaps because you have the fine dining there available. So therefore, the students are getting first hands-on experience in the actual setting, which is in the banquet hall for the culinary piece.
Okay. Now, because culinary is very popular now.
Yes,
Isn't it?
yes, we are a full line, full scale facility. We have our in-house chef as well as our professional wait staff as well. So, for the hospitality piece of it, that's the front of the house, and the culinary is the back of the house.
Okay. Now, I remember when I was there and I was hosting the event, I think I distinctly remember someone saying something about the opportunities for ex-offenders.
Yes, that's correct. Actually, that program in particular, it encompassed several things: youth, adults, male, female, individuals with disabilities, as well as ex-offenders can benefit from that program.
Okay. And how long is the training?
The training is actually like an 8-week training that they do, and upon completion, they have the food and sanitation certificate. So, and several other opportunities that's lined with that program, depending on how far they want to go with that.
Okay. And what are the requirements to participate in the program?
I have a referral. Just come in, and there's certain economic financial status requirement, and we can work with you from there.
Okay. Do they have to be working or?
None working, just either or. If you meet the guidelines financially, have a referral from the local office, DHS office, and then you can be referred into our program.
Okay. And what happens? What's the process like?
Basically, you go through the process of drug tests. There's some of the standard application process that you would go through. You actually are interviewed because some people are passionate opposed to some people have interest. And we're more concerned with the passionate individuals opposed to let me just get this done.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So anyone who's in the community, or do they have to live in that specific area?
No, it's not. It's no boundaries restriction.
Okay. And the age requirements again?
16 and up.
16 and up. So what if you had a senior citizen who was interested?
No discrimination. They're welcome.
Okay, wonderful. So what would you like to say as a closing thought to someone who may be thinking about it but just not sure if they should move forward?
If you're passionate and you have a desire to explore the world of employment opportunity in the hospitality industry or in any form of food service industry, we give you the opportunity to please stop by and just give us a call and see what happens from there.
Oh, wonderful. I want to thank you so much for making this opportunity available to our viewing audience, because jobs are hard to find.
Absolutely.
And your organization is doing a wonderful making this opportunity available for people, residents in the community. So I want to thank you and your father, Pastor Sams.
Thank you.
For doing the great work you do, and keep doing it.
Thank you.
You just never know who you may help that will help someone else in the community. So we thank you for that.
And thank you for having me.
And thank you for being a guest on the show today. And please come back and spend some more time with us.
Sure.
And thank you so much for joining us on the Higher Learning Network here. We've been speaking with Miss Evelyn Ross, the Executive Director of El Palais Boucher. Did I get it right?
You did.
Yes. So be sure and join us next time for more enlightening information. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to more of Higher Learning. And thanks for watching. And thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
Quick and painless.
Yes.